YouTube. Today in the Naughty Librarian, I am going over my book haul from the Ontario Teen Book Fest. Okay, so Ontario is not really close to my house, but I feel like it's always worth the drive because it gets some really cool authors, and this year was no exception, and so I drove an hour to this festival, and there's a lot of cool authors there. I got a lot of really cool books. Let's just get into like all of my goodies. Sadly, this author was not at the festival, but I did manage to get an autographed copy of The Passion of the Dulce by Julie Berry. It seems really cool. It's kind of medieval era. It's about this girl and her mom. I think they have like the ability to heal, and then you know, the church wasn't so welcoming of folks who could do things, so they're about to get burned for heresy. And so Dulce is on the run, and you know, she doesn't want to get burned for heresy, so it's her adventure and her powers, and I don't know, it sounded so cool. It sounds really good. I was super excited to get it. Again, this author was not at the festival, but they did have autographed copies, so I got Last Star Burning by Caitlin Sangster. I had seen this book before, and I was always curious about it, so I figured, okay, I'll try it out. And I think it's about this girl, and she is branded a criminal because she has like a star branded on her hand, which means you're a criminal for some reason in this world because her mom did something, and then so I guess something happened, like there's a bombing and everyone thinks she did it, and then she's like, I didn't do it, I gotta run. So she like leaves this city and she's on the run. So I got two like books about girls on the run. I'm kind of into it, I guess. I guess that's my jam. But anyway, Last Star Burning. I had heard things about it. I was interested in picking it up. The cover is really cool. It kind of has like an Asian feel to it, and I mean, this is the year of Asian reading, so I picked it up. I finally got this signed. It's Always Never Yours by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broca. I've had this for a while and I just never got it signed, which is weird because Emily and Austin are locals and I see them at events all the time, but I never get it signed. So today, that was the day. Like, I went to this festival and I'm like, it's happening now. So I finally like got it signed and I was really excited about it. And it's kind of a Romeo and Juliet story, except it's sort of told from Rosalind's perspective. It's not really a retelling at all. It's just kind of the idea of Rosalind and her story, which is really cool because Rosalind got a raw deal. She came right before Juliet. And the same with this character. This girl, basically, she's a girlfriend before they find like their true love. So it's really interesting. It's like a rom-com. I'm totally into it. I also have The Program by Suzanne Young. And I had had this on my shelf for quite a while. And then I heard she was going to be at this event, so I was like, okay, I'll bring it, I'll get it signed. Still haven't read it yet because I'm a monster. But it seems kind of interesting. Basically, in this world, suicide has become such an epidemic that anyone who they consider at risk of it, like if you're just sad, you get stuck in this program, which is, I guess, like a super crazy mental hospital thing where they like fix it. Yeah, and in this program, basically any sadness you have gets erased along with your memory, so you come back just like a shell. So obviously, not the best plan in dealing with suicides, but I guess it makes you not want to commit suicide because there's nothing left for you to like care about. I don't know. It seems kind of cool. Like, I'm interested in this world that it involves, so I definitely want to check it out, and now that it's signed, I have like more incentive to. I also picked up her most recent work, which is Girls with Sharp Sticks, also by Suzanne Young. And this one actually isn't out yet. I did get it a little early, but it's a really cool idea. It's kind of YA Stepford Wives in a way. There's basically this island full of girls, and they're basically being trained and they're programmed to be like the perfect women. So definitely toxic patriarchy going on here. And then I believe the girls start to become self-aware and rebel against that. So hence Girls with Sharp Sticks. So I am really into it. And it's a hyped book for me. Like, I'd heard a lot of things about it and I'm like, oh, that sounds really cool. And then like, oh, you have early copies? I try not to buy early copies. I'll preface it with that because I know it does hurt sales for authors. But if the author's at the event with the book, like, I feel less bad about it. So I went ahead and bought this. And it looks really cool. I'm like super excited to give it a try. Another book I got ahead of release was To Best the Boys by Mary Weber. Again, this is one I've heard cool things about. It's kind of similar with Girls with Sharp Sticks. In this world, again, toxic patriarchy, women aren't really allowed or encouraged to do anything besides be like housewives. And in this world, we're following this girl and her cousin, and this girl desperately wants to be a scientist and go to university. And the only way, like, I guess kids or boys get into this university, they have to, like, go through this trial. They have to be put in a labyrinth and, like, win the labyrinth. I don't know. They have to get out of it alive somehow, and then you get to go to university. It's an odd system of picking acceptance to university. If you can, like, solve a labyrinth, you get to go to college. It's, like, a weird idea. But I did want to pick it up. I heard good things about it, so I'm interested. I got it signed, so I'm in. Also by Mary Weber, I have the entire Storm Siren series, mainly because I already had these on my shelf, and I was like, well, if she's gonna be there, I might as well get them signed. First is Storm Siren, and then Siren's Fury, and then Siren's Song. And you know what? I'm kind of into sirens at the moment. Like, anything, like, ocean mythology based, like, I'm kind of feeling it. It might just be spring, because I feel like spring is a good time for piratey books. I don't know why. Like, I just feel like they're good, like, heisty adventure time of year. And I saw these on my shelf. They've been on my shelf for a long time, and I was like, okay, today's the day they're getting signed. So I brought them to the festival. I assume YA fantasy about sirens and storms. I don't know much else about it besides that. Besides, I had them because I thought they looked cool. And now they're signed, so I have some incentive to actually pick them up and read them. The big draw for me going to this festival was the fact that Stephanie Garber was supposed to be there. So I got both Caraval and Legendary signed by Stephanie Garber, who's adorable in person, by the way. Okay, so I'll be honest, I haven't read these. I just haven't. I'm not proud of it. I should have. But, like, to be honest, I go to a lot of festivals and I get books signed and I haven't read them because I don't think it's unusual to not have read the book yet, because they just got released. This is the launch party for the book. Obviously, you haven't read it yet. But, like, I do that a lot. Like, there's 2 books of this series out already, and I haven't read them. So I'm, like, trying to talk to Stephanie, and I'm like, girl, I'll be honest, I haven't read these. But, like, I want to. So I'm super excited to meet you. And she was nice about it, but I was just like, I can't pretend like I like your books, because I don't know if I do yet. It's YA fantasy. It's about Caraval, I guess, which is made up words. That doesn't make any sense. Caraval is like a big festival, carnival thing that comes to town, and it's kind of full of magic, and it's all a big game. So everyone's part of the game, and you have to just accept that what's around you is either real or not real, and you don't know which is which. And it's an interesting concept, because I'm like, what's real, what's not real in this magical fantasy adventure land? And I believe it does involve these 2 sisters and their sisterhood and their bond. So they seem really cool and magical, and I'm kind of like feeling a circusy story, because this is like, you know, circus, festival, carnival type of thing, and I'm kind of feeling it right now. Like, it feels like I should read it soon. Like, maybe April. Like, maybe April these will be on deck. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm gonna put at least Caraval on deck for April, because I'm kind of feeling like a circus book. Anyone else? Is it just me? I think, like, circus is like... Circus and pirates. Is there a pirate circus book? I'd be reading it right now. Quick and easy. I just got a few books at this festival. I didn't get so many this year because a lot of the authors there, like, I had met before, so I already have all their books. Like, Amy Spalding was there. I have all her books signed, mainly because she's a friend, so obviously I have them signed. So there was just a lot of authors that I already had their books, and it was cool to see them and, like, go to the panels that they were on and, like, hear them talk about their work, because it's always interesting to hear it straight from the author's mouth. Also, I heard about some books that aren't out yet that seem really interesting. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below. Have you read any of these books? If so, which ones are your favorites? Which ones are your least favorites? Let me know which ones I should totally be reading right now. Let me know all of that. Comments down below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye!